Hey everyone, I wanted to go ahead and start on the Lakeside. So I'm going to start here at the front entrance on the Lakeside, and then I'll give you guys a tour all the way down to the fire pit. So as you can see here, these are some huge irises that are just about to erupt pretty soon. There's a tulip tree, or it's a magnolia. It's called a Jane magnolia that's finishing up its bloom. We got pansies here along the front. I did purple because who doesn't like the color purple? There's more irises here that were gifted to us. There is a chase tree here, Texas chase or a vitex. And then I am going to do some annuals here. I may do begonias, not sure yet, but just behind it is a daylily that will be blooming soon. It's growing rapidly, as well as some daisies. These daisies get, about 2 to 3 feet tall, but you can see they're already putting on their growth, and they will be blooming. Their buds are already in place, so they'll be really nice. There is a salvia in the back. It's kind of a fuchsia. I also have some pentacetum grass in the back as well. And just, you can see everything is just leafing out. My variegated ajuga, which I haven't done a video on this, but I love ajuga. I have the giant purple ajuga, but this is a variegated version. It has a smaller leaf, but it still does have those beautiful blooms, so it will be in full bloom here. It is a ground cover. It gets about 6 to 7 hours of sunshine right here, so it's been thriving. I even had some in the back behind the sweet gum tree that I thought had died, but it hasn't. It's actually coming back. So even if it seems like it's dead, it's not. It's still underground as long as the roots are alive, and I'll get all the little weeds out. But I want this ajuga to cover. You can see here the reason ground covers that you choose are so important is these are native, what we call weeds. It's just clover. And you can see here where the ajuga is, it does not give anything room to grow. So that's why I really want the ground covers here to be the ajuga. So we'll continue on. I do have a couple of little, these are probably about 3 or 4 year old birch, river birch. So they're starting to get their white trunks on them, which I think will be stunning in this area. So there's 2 that are here, and I've been limbing them up so that they can really push their growth up. This is the pier area that is still under design. I want to get some railing in, and then there's a box planter that we want to put in that corner. But I did get the variegated privet in, and I have some English ivy that will hang over the backside, as well as a hardy geranium. And then this is just some variegated carex that is in there. And this little pot that I did in a video, which was a cracked pot, I have here just a snapdragon, some Johnny jump ups as they're called, but they are violas. And then this is that hardy geranium, which is a fuchsia color. I did pop in a petunia. There is a stargazer lily in there, as well as I've planted some grape hyacinths, which should multiply as they normalize in this area. This is the backside of the slope here that I'm still gonna be planting in time. And there she is, pretty girl and buckaroo. Okay, y'all. Now there was an earlier video that I did where I took these up from my driveway. These are some yellow violas that just came up as seed, and so they were all in the cracks of an entryway that we did, and I took them up and planted them here maybe a month or 2 ago, and you can see that they are thriving. At the same time, I cleaned out this bed and I pruned up our trees here, which are a fuchsia colored crepe myrtle, and you can see they are breaking dormancy now. In this bed, I have more of the variegated ajuga in the front that curves all the way around, with alliums in the back of these hedges that are evergreens. I wanted something to anchor, so I put in, there's a couple of different variety of Indian hawthorn. These, I believe, are going to be pink. You can see they're putting on their buds now, and it looks like it could be pink. So we'll have pink Indian hawthorns here, and in the back is a Caryopteris. So this bed is really kind of waking up now. I did a video in the winter where I also put in these stargazer lilies. You can see they're jumping up. They won't be their biggest this year, but they should at least bloom. But they will really take hold this year, put a lot of energy in their bulbs. They will get tons of sun here under the canopy of these crepe myrtles, and then they should really be beautiful next year. This stuff is annoying. I think this is like nature's Velcro. Look at that. It's nature's Velcro. It's annoying. So I'll take that out. But yeah, I got some daylilies in here. I also have some irises that I'm trying out in this area. This is a beautiful columbine that I put in. Look at that. Now, when I bought it, it said it was blue, but I don't see any blue there. But I'm liking it. It's amazing. It's right in front of a salvia that's also getting ready to put on a show. This is an arborvitae. It looks dead, but it's not. It's actually called pancake. It gets about 3 to 4 feet wide, so it should really fill in the space. But it is alive. When we had the cold, it actually turned a nice bronze, but it's starting to green up again. This is a crabapple tree that is just doing what it is supposed to do, bloom. Isn't that amazing? So I have 4 all along the lake here. I do need to clean up this spot. This is my little boulder area. It was kind of inspired when Joseph and I did a road trip to Colorado. We picked up these black pines, or they're called Austrian pines, which will grow in this area. I also have some variegated liriope that is starting to break dormancy. I didn't cut it back this year because I really need to build the soil up in this area. Come here, Kyra. Come here. Y'all cut all of that noise out. They just play and play and play and play and play. Okay, this is a spirea. It's called bridal. And these are amazing. I think they're one of the first bloomers of the season, and they are just stunning. Look at that. I have about 4 of these in the perennial garden here. There are some irises and other alliums that are starting. The tulips, these were chilled, so you can see most of them are about done, but they came up. There is yellow lantana all along the border here, so it will be coming up as well. So that's kind of an anchor plant that I can always count on. There's some lilies and sage and Russian sage in here that I can't wait to show you guys in the summer. These are just some wildflowers that I threw in here last year. This is a corner, is a butterfly garden. I do have a bunch of daylilies that will come up in this area as well. And I did just put in the Italian cypress because I want that evergreen and that height right here on the corner. Just coming along. What I find is that if you can get the plants that you want in and really get them to grow dense, they really kind of choke out the weeds. You can see in areas where I don't have as many, I do have some black-eyed Susan mixed in, but there's just native ground covers and grasses that grow. Some of them, I mean, people would say they're beautiful, but they release thousands of seeds and they just grow in abundance. But look, I mean, they are beautiful, but you know. Okay, and as we make our way to the fire pit area, this is the stone garden that we put in where we'll just have a bunch of different type of cacti. This is an agave. This is a tree of heaven, or they call it the golden rain tree, that I'm growing. It's multi-trunk. Many people say that the Leland cypresses don't do well here because they get burned from the air, but this is right on the lake where wind is always gusting through, and it seems to be loving it. And so it's grown. It's probably doubled in size. I planted it a year ago. It was maybe 1.5 foot tall. It's at least 4 foot tall right now. These are hardy hibiscus. I have 2 here. They're pink. They're breaking dormancy and getting started. There are some vitex and other annuals in here. I have some miscanthus grass. This is what I call my maple corridor. So this is a red maple that I planted here. That's a purple plum bush. It just finished blooming in the back, but it'll have that nice purple foliage for us throughout the season. Should double in size this year. But that is a red maple. I think it's just amazing. I love red maples. You don't see them very much in the landscape. You usually see the autumn blaze maple, which I have in this area as well. This is a silver leaf maple that I just really pruned quite severely. It was given to me by a friend. It's multi-trunk, so there's 3. I actually think there's 3 trees, but so it should really grow full in this area here and create a little bit of shade or a break from the hot sun that goes kind of overhead here in the summer months. And then there is this is some sage, some Mexican sage here that's coming back. We got some daylilies, Indian hawthorn. This is a crepe myrtle. It's a big pink, beautiful Muskogee crepe myrtle with the limelight hydrangea. And then we got some fountain grass that I don't think is coming back. I think it was the purple, so I'll have to get that replanted. So I may have to put another one in. There is a big elephant ear that's coming up from a bulb, but just look at this wisteria. So this is called it's not your native. This one is called the lilac wisteria. So as you can see, the blooms are not that grape. This is a lilac wisteria, which has beautiful lilac color blooms, and I wish you guys could smell it. So Joseph and I created this trellis. This is the entrance, and it kind of curves around. We'll have an event pavilion here that will match the curvature with the bar area just beyond. So you would step through. There would be a door here that will allow you to go into the bar area, and then there'll be a bar here where you can be served an adult refreshing beverage while you look at the water activities. But that wisteria is amazing. These are the purple ones. So there are purple ones. There's about, I believe there's 5 that we put here on the outer perimeter column. So all 4 of the others are this nice purple. And then right here where we call the flagpole, so we'll probably put like flags or something there for events, has this beautiful lilac. So I think this will be heavenly once they're all growing and doing what they do, and we have a nice beautiful canopy here. So guys, I just wanted to show you that side of the garden, which is the lake facing side of the perennial gardens, and everything is just coming alive and looking spectacular. There's still a lot of work to be done to get the retreat where we'd like to have it, but so far it is coming together nicely. It's been a vision that Joseph and I have had since we acquired the property in 2020, and to get the gardens going, you know, that's what really creates the feel of a space. And so we are definitely getting the gardens going. So hopefully one day soon you'll come out and you'll get to sit on our meditation heals and reflect and heal. All right, guys, thank you all for watching. And when we come back in the next video, I will show you that side of the perennial. All right, guys, goodbye.